waiting for a few people to come in and we're gonna get started. I am so excited. Alright, got my notes. Alright. Hi everyone. Welcome to Nourish's Yoni Steaming 101. I am so happy that you're here. I have a lot to discuss and talk about. This live is going to be like an hour, but it's a whole lot of things going on. It's a master class, and I'm so excited about the information I'm going to share with you. So yes, let's get started. My name is Ashley. I am the founder of Relax Breathe Be, and Relax Breathe Be is my personal brand of wellness and healing, and now I am more focused on the women dimension, and I'm so excited to be here as a part of the Nourish Wellness family. It's a beautiful family of practitioners and estheticians and all things that you need for the outer as well as the inner, and I'm just so excited to facilitate that with you. So I'm just going to get started into it. So we're going to be talking about Yoni Steaming 101 and sacred womb wellness. So I'm going to start with that. Then next we're going to talk about what is Yoni steaming and why it's important for women to get into it. And then we're going to talk about what is herbal healing. Stay close, Sade. And then that's Sade. She's the CEO of this awesome space. We love her. Then next we're going to talk about we're going to have a womb healing meditation, about 8 minutes. So I'm excited about that. And then we're going to give you a tour of the steaming room and pretty much bring all of that information together, right? All right, so let's go to the top. So about me, I'm not going to go deep into it. The first live was last week, and I really talked about my background into healing and things of that nature. But just to give you an idea of the people who might not know me, my name is Ashley. I'm from Philadelphia, and I got into the healing arts, that's what I like to call it, out of a personal need of my own. I had some things I needed to get over, but just understand, and I didn't really have the resources, I didn't have the tools, and a lot of people like to, put all of healing and things like that, like strongly on Western medicine, but Western medicine answers more things of symptomatic issues, not so much as long-term and more deep-rooted, centered, focused healing. So you notice some people had a plateau. So it really led me to go on my own healing journey. I became a Reiki master, and if people don't know that is the art of energy healing. Understanding that we are energy and we give off energy, so it's like focused healing, and it became very essential in my life, as well as I was a research student at Penn State University, and I had the privilege of doing undergrad research in Buddhism and healing. That was our research focus, and so I went on an ethnographic study all over the Philadelphia area and beyond, and I've been to many temples. I've sat at many feet of many, almost to the similar level to Dalai Lamas, of like Vietnamese, Korean, Buddhist, Tibetan Buddhist, of all different disciplines, as well as the Western side and I sat down with neurologists from the University of Pennsylvania, and I was able to bridge a nice understanding of Eastern philosophy and medicine and Western, and how that gap and how they integrate provides a really awesome environment of healing. So then I kept going on my travels, and I just became a recent graduate of Sacred Women University with the Queen of Fua, and I got deep knowledge about womb wellness, and also an awesome introduction and understanding of our lost information as the African, as a person of the African descent. You know, we have a gap, so we don't have our ancestral knowledge like Asians and Indians, and so taking her course really helped me ground into that, and also deep into women's healing, and this what I'm going to talk about right now. So all of that is what is me, and I don't know, I just have this journey. I want to share this with y'all. So I'm so grateful to everyone that is here. Hi Ashlyn. Hi y'all. I'm just waving because I like waving. Sade, hey. Hey Nisi. Hey Jess. And I'm excited. We have a special guest, my friend Jasmine, coming along. Not yet, but really shortly. So I'm gonna get into it. It might be a little fast, but it's just like a 101. It's just something to expose you to help you understand, and also demystify a lot of misconceptions that I know a lot of us grew up in very orthodox religious communities and proved to be very closed-minded to a lot of things, and I was like that, and until I went through these traumatic events, and I did the studies, and I went and I examined it, and I realized it's some essential healing that we're missing, not being open-minded. So but my forte is I like to show you the energy side, you know, because a lot of people call this, oh, it's woo-woo, and it's like, it's not just woo-woo. It's actually, you know, energy. It's energy, and energy can be proven across the board. So, and that's where I found the link, so I'm gonna share that with you. All right, so we're gonna start. If you have a pen and pad, get your pen and pad, because I got some nuggets. So the first one we're gonna talk about is Sacred Womb Wellness. Sacred Womb Wellness to me is, you know, self-care on the sacred level. I know a lot of us, you know, we go to Lush, or we go to the spa, like right here, right, and get a facial or get a massage, but and label that self-care. Well, I took, you know, a half an hour out for myself, and let me run back to my life. But you're missing an essential part of that healing for you that is supposed to be in self-care. So I feel like if you want to heal, you have to facilitate the entire environment for that healing. So that is what Sacred Womb Wellness is. Facilitating your environment. Your body is your environment. And with women, oh yeah, and like if you're a man on here, listen, like be open-minded. It would be awesome to hear these things, but like if you're cringy, please, you know. But this is for my ladies, so I'm going to be talking about some things. It's going to be PG, but I'm going to be talking about some topics that we normally don't hear on the air. So if you want to facilitate that environment for healing, to get healing, you got to facilitate the entire environment. So think about your entire environment. We're in multiple environments everywhere. We're in our homes, you know, we're in a neighborhood, we're in a city, we're going to work, we're going to school. All of those are different environments, and they all have different energy frequencies. And so those environments can either add to your, what we call life force, or it could take away. And your life force is essentially your health. That's essentially Reiki, and what Reiki does. It helps you stir up and lift up and heal your life force, right? So you notice when you go somewhere, you feel drained, or you know, you just feel so super negative, like you were in a good mood and then you feel negative, right? It's because the environment and the energy around it wasn't conducive to your environment. And so what happens is you absorb that, and that's a really popular book. Is called The Body Keeps the Score. That sentence is so true on so many levels, it's not even funny. And a lot of us, we just think we're going into these environments and we're thinking, oh, it's oh, whatever, or it's okay, or someone tells you, oh, just get over it. When clearly you can't, because what's going on is your body is absorbing it, whether it's positive or negative, period. I'll get more into that on a whole different level, but I'm just going to give you some information. And so what happens is, when you keep storing all of these energies and you don't consciously learn how to release them, they become part of your energetic frequency. A lot of people say, or your aura doesn't look good. You could literally see your aura. Like, this is really, honestly, you can. It is a frequency on the electromagnetic scale that you can really see these things. So you could see your aura. You might not be able to see with the physical eyes, but with certain technologies you can. But also, if you hone yourself, you can. But and what happens is, over time, if that hasn't been cleared, it becomes physical manifestation of dis-ease, right? So now, you can't control all your environments, but you can control your internal environment. And so that is what I love about Sacred Womb Wellness. It's about listening to the womb. And I know it's like with women, listening to my womb, like, what do you mean? But it's about cultivating and learning that voice, learning how to care for her. You know what I mean? Like, because one thing we don't realize is that since the day we were born, we've been absorbing. Actually, before we were born, when you were conceived and you were in your mother's belly and you were growing, a lot of women don't know that you were there, but also your daughters was there, because you came with all the eggs that you ever needed when you were in your mother's womb. So can you see how, like, trauma happens and it's generational, because you're absorbing that environment. That was your first environment, the mother, so you're absorbing a lot of information you don't even know. Then when you become born, then you absorbing even more and more and more. And then we don't have these practices that our ancient ancestors had to help us learn how to reset. And so that's what it is. I'm so grateful that things like this exist, though. It sounds so eerie, like, oh my God, I absorb stuff, I'm scared. So I don't want you to be scared. It's just, if you know how to facilitate your own healing, you can become an advocate for your self-environment. And so really what that takes is just a restoration. It's just a restoration and creating that love connection between you and your womb. And so, like I said in my first live last week, like, the state of emergency is these yeast infections and bacterial vaginosis and fibroids and endometriosis and all these things, because it's a compound effect, so so when you develop the communication between your womb and yourself, you rebirth yourself as a medicine woman. And we all have internal medicine. Like, I consider it alignment, but it's your body is speaking to you at all times. I paused because I lost my train of thought, and it came back. But those diseases, yeast infections and all those things, those are all your body communicating to you, saying, hey, I'm off balance. Like, help me get it together. And honestly, by the time you get those symptoms, that's when it's really became an issue. And we're just, what the problem is to me is that we're writing it off as, oh, my grandma had that, my aunt has that, or, oh, just take this pill, it'll go away. We're not getting to the root. And that's why we keep having these reoccurring issues, ladies. We're having these reoccurring problems. And after so long, what comes on the inside comes out. So a lot of women talk about, oh, someone's toxic, or they recognize they might have been a toxic one, not realizing that if you just do a simple energy cleanse, not a simple, it's actually a lifestyle of it. And that's what I consider is sacred womb wellness. So did that make any sense? Did I lose anybody?